with another banger. So please smash that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, we're gonna talk some Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury. It's supposed to be going down, man. Eddie Hearn, unfortunately, he didn't win this one. Um, the purse bid and stuff like that, but he did secure the fight. He did he did do his job on the negotiations, and stuff like that. So I don't know. I really think that this fight right here needs to happen. We were all hearing that we could possibly see step aside money for the Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk fight. We could possibly see step aside money for that, but nothing ever happened with that. So now it's looking like Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury in the next couple months. I was looking at pretty much Tyson Fury event online the other day, and he came up with some stuff, man. I'm not even gonna lie. He came up with some stuff. He was pretty much telling the fans, like, look, I'm ready to fight the best out there. If they want to fight, let me know. This is pretty much what he said, y'all. Let me see if I can find it.
Profusely sweating.
Let me see if I can find it for you. You guys are definitely gonna like this. It's just Tyson Fury being Tyson Fury. That's pretty much all it is. But yeah, right now, you guys, it's both guys are looking like it's gonna fight each other. So this is what Tyson Fury put out a couple days ago. Okay, we got 10,000. We got 10,000 promotions. How do you got a commercial on a video that's not yours? That's crazy. I don't know. I guess that's how they doing it in the YouTube community right now. But yeah, Tyson Fury pretty much said that he wanted to fight anybody that was available. Here you go.
These cowards decide to fight. You're all cowards, bums. I don't care who I fight. AJ, Usyk, Dillian Whyte, or any of them. Fight me. I'm the best man that's ever lived. And these are all coward bum dossers. I'll annihilate the lot of yous and destroy yous. Submit yous. Tap you down. Come and fight. I'm being asked this question over and over again. I do not know the answers to it.
Wow.
I'm ready to fight this weekend. I've been training 3 weeks. How long does a man need to train? Joshua's a coward. Usyk's a and Dillian Whyte don't want to fight. So if you can prove me wrong, get to fighting. You pair of cowards. You're all cowards. You're all bum dossers. Either fight or do one. You pack of wet lettuces.
Wow, man. Well, you heard it here first, man. Tyson Fury is calling out everybody, man. I'm being honest with you guys right now. I mean, when you think about everything right now, Tyson Fury, holds the green belt. He holds the belt that everybody wants, Floyd Mayweather wants it, Oscar De La Hoya always wanted it. Canelo has it right now. It's something about that green belt. Smash that like button. Salute to the UGC. He said, what's good, Corey? Back with another banger. I see. Yeah, man. I want to talk this Dillian Whyte versus Tyson Fury matchup, man. This could be possibly going down, you guys, in the next couple months. I mean, we're getting a lot of buzz about this. Dillian Whyte was supposed to fight, Deontay Wilder, years ago. Like, I feel like it's been like 2 years now. So it's like, what's going on with that? And I just feel like right now, Tyson Fury, can fight anybody he wants to fight. He can fight. He can pretty much fight anybody he wants to fight. But Dillian Whyte is supposed to be the mandatory challenger. Chin Smoke, what's going on, my brother? Smash that like button. Right now, we're talking Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte, man. This fight is supposed to be going down in the next couple months, you guys. A lot has been said about this fight. A lot of media attention was on this fight. A lot of people were, championing about this fight months ago, and they wanted to see what Dillian Whyte can do. He's been on a winning streak lately. I mean, he did get knocked down by Alexander Povetkin and knocked out by Alexander Povetkin. You don't want to forget that. But the damage he did to Anthony Joshua in that first fight, raised speculation. Maybe he can do it at that top level, at that premier level. Maybe he can get the job done versus Tyson Fury that just came off of 3 back-to-back wars with Deontay Wilder, man. And, I really, really, truly think that, Deontay Wilder is, a menacing puncher. He punches with authority. He's one of the hardest punchers in the sport of boxing. I mean, and at the heavyweight division, dare I say, the heaviest and the hardest puncher in boxing. And for Tyson Fury to go to war 3 consecutive times with Deontay Wilder, will that, will we see, will we see that have an effect on, a guy like Tyson Fury, that was very candid and told a lot of people that he didn't take care of his body early on. He abused drugs, he abused drink. How much will that affect him later in life? Let's see what you guys talking about in the chat so far, you guys. Let's check you out. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Chin Smoke says White finally get his shot. This fight should be a good one. Yeah, it should, but you gotta understand, both fighters are older now. Both fighters, you can say, both fighters are more established in their career now, I feel like, than they were, a couple years ago, But, people have been talking about this fight after, the Dillian Whyte loss to Anthony Joshua. I started hearing a little chimmering about that, about Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte right after the Anthony Joshua loss. So, I just feel like, Dillian Whyte is a good, contender. Can he be a champion, though? That's the question. That's the $1 million. That's the 41, excuse my language, effing $1 million question. Okay? That's the $41 million question. And tell DC Mike, man, chill out, man. Tell DC Mike he's late to the live stream. He should have came on when I called him. Tell DC Mike, chill out, man. But yeah, man, I really truly feel that, Tyson Fury can be that one, can be that guy, to beat everybody at the heavyweight division, But can he? Can he beat an elusive guy like Alexander Usyk that's very, very good on his feet, that can pivot, move backwards, forwards, lateral movements. He has a lot of different tools in his arsenal. And I really truly feel like, he's a bigger version, maybe even a better version of a Vasyl Lomachenko. And that's saying a lot, That's saying a lot. That's actually saying a lot. Vasyl Lomachenko is a dog. I mean, he's a warrior. But Justin Troubles, what's going on, my brother, man? Salute, he says, Corey Lee back with another banger. You already know the score, man. What's happening, man? What's going on, man? Shout out to Justin Troubles in this chat, man. He says, salute Corey Lee, man. Salute to you, my brother. But yeah, man, like we were saying, man, Dillian Whyte can be a contender out here. And you got to understand, there's contenders and there's champions. Can Dillian Whyte be the guy that moves from a contender to a champion? A lot of fighters can't make that jump. A lot of fighters can't move from, being a contender to being a champion. It takes a lot more sometimes, Some fighters just don't have that extra oomph to be a champion, I mean, there's just, there's been numerous times, and it's like, a guy like we just seen, and this is a perfect example, man. A guy that we just seen last night fight, and a guy, I don't know if you guys seen, but Don King's last heavyweight champion, quote unquote, if you want to call him a champion, the WBA regular champion, okay, Trevor Bryant fought last night, okay? I watched the fight. He looked terrible. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you, man. That WBA regular title is kind of a joke because it's like how do we have how does Alexander Usyk, the WBA champion, the WBA heavyweight champion of the world, okay? And Trevor Bryant is the WBA heavyweight champion of the world. There's like, what are we doing? There's only supposed to be one heavyweight champion. I mean, at least for the decency of boxing fans, at least make it one champion per belt. That's the least you could do. I mean, shit. Who wants to try to figure out 9 different, champions in the heavyweight division? I don't want to. Do you guys want to do that? Do you guys want to go home and figure out who's the best heavyweight champion? Because there's like 9 of them. Is that what you guys want to do? If that's what you guys want to do, comment, man. Be sure to comment. Be sure to say something, and we'll get that read for you, buddy. But yeah, man. Right now, I just truly feel that Alexander Usyk is. I feel like he's a dangerous opponent for everybody in the heavyweight division. But, right now, Dillian Whyte is next up. He's going to fight Tyson Fury next. So, we're going to see how hard and how dedicated can Dillian Whyte be, okay? Dillian Whyte is coming off of a couple, back-to-back bangers. You know what I'm saying? I'm calling a spade a spade. Dillian Whyte has came off a couple back-to-back bangers, man. There's just no two ways about that, man. Let me see what Dillian Whyte. Let's check him out real quick. Let's check out who's he fought, in the last 5 fights. Because Tyson Fury has been on, him and Deontay Wilder has been going at it. All right, so you got Dillian Whyte, okay, you guys? He's 28 wins. 19 wins by way of knockout. 2 losses, but 2 losses, knockout losses. Okay, and like what we like to call over here at Corey Lee Boxing, ice season knockouts. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things, man. I really truly feel that wow, man. My phone is you never know what you're gonna see, Wow. But yeah, Chin Smoke said I missed that fight. Chin Smoke says a lot of these belts are unnecessary. They are. Smash that like button as soon as you guys come in, you guys. Definitely smash that like button. But Dillian Whyte right now is ranked number 5 in the world. There's only 4 main, sanctioning body belts that, a lot of the masses, identify as being a champion. That's the WBA, the WBO, the WBC, and the IBF. Those are the 4 main sanctioning bodies. You do have the Ring Magazine and you do have the IBO, but, those 2 belts right there are, kind of, I wouldn't say secondary, but, that's a good, it's good to be like the WBA champion and the Ring Magazine champion. If you're just a regular champion, if you're just say you're just an IBF champion, what Anthony Joshua was, at that time, I think Klitschko was the champion. He was like the WBA champion and the Ring Magazine champion. So when you got guys that have multiple belts, it just makes it look better on your resume. And when you go to the negotiating table, you'll be able to figure out like, hey, all right, I got more belts than you maybe I have more wins than you. You know, I want more money than you. That's pretty much how it goes, man. More belts, more money. I mean, that's just, and you got to pay the piper too. You got to pay out more money too. So don't think just because you got those belts that it's all, you know, is you getting a discount because you got more belts. You're actually paying more, you know. And there's been cases where fighters have dropped belts because it's gotten out of hand, you know. There's been cases of that, you know. So yeah, man. But yeah, Dillian Whyte's number 5 in the world. He's 34 years old now, you guys. Dillian Whyte is actually 34 years of age. You guys know he's from St. Thomas, Jamaica. And, you know, right now he fights out of London. We all know he fights out of London right now. You know, there's a lot of good fighters out of London. You got, you know, Anthony Joshua. You got, I believe Filip Hrgović is, you know, in that Eastern European, you know, area. You know, you got guys like, you know, Alexander Povetkin. He's out there in Russia. Trains sometimes, you know, in other, you know, areas out there. But, you know, you got up and comer heavyweights from the UK. You know, Daniel Dubois, Joe Joyce. These are really good up and coming heavyweights that have already fought each other, which is really good as well. You know. You know. So yeah, UGC says thoughts on Tank versus Rolly. Tank versus Rolly Ramiro. Rolly Ramiro is gonna be an action-packed fight, man. Rolly Ramiro right now is, you know, a big time fighter. You know, and Tank Davis is probably the biggest time fighter in that division, in that 135-pound division, when it comes to selling and when it comes to putting butts in seats and when it comes to selling on pay-per-view as well. And we all know he doesn't have the best pay-per-view numbers, but he does have pay-per-view numbers. Ryan Garcia doesn't have any pay-per-view numbers. Devin Haney doesn't have any pay-per-view numbers. And the list goes on. I believe Teofimo Lopez has been on pay-per-view, I believe. I think the Lomachenko, yeah. Lomachenko, you know, they've been on, you know, stuff like that. So, like I said, you know, Tank Davis right now is at the top of the 135-pound division until shown otherwise. He's fighting Rolly Ramiro. Rolly Ramiro right now. And you know, I'm going to be honest. Before I jump to Rolly Ramiro, you know, I'm going to say that some people could put, you know, Vasyl Lomachenko as the #1 lightweight, you know. There's nothing wrong with that, you know. Some could put, you know, George Camposo, you know, because he's got all the belts, you know. But just because you got all the belts doesn't necessarily mean that you're the best in that division, you know, because it's, you know, it's what you know, you at home think, you know, and that's where I'm going with it, you know. And that's what I think. I think right now at the 135-pound division, I think, you know, punch for punch, power for power, you know, ring IQ and movement, I just think Tank Davis, and he's younger. He's younger than some of these other guys, you know. He's younger than Vasyl Lomachenko, and some of these other guys, but then he's older than some of the guys like Ryan Garcia that might be too young to get thrown in that fire yet. So, you know, I mean, hey, I just really think that, you know, GB, what's going on? He says, ice season. Yeah, man. So, you know, I just think that right now, you know, Rolly Ramiro versus Tank Davis is a good fight. I think that fight, you know, I think that fight's pretty good. You know, I think a lot of people, you know, will, you know, check that fight out. But, you know, as far as, you know, I just wanted to answer that real quick. But as far as, you know, the whole Dillian Whyte situation goes, you know, I just think Dillian Whyte right now is in a good place because, you know, he's going to get this opportunity. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. He gets to fight for 4 belts, because I believe Tyson Fury has the IBF, the WBA, the WBO. No, excuse me. This is for 1 belt. Excuse me. Tyson Fury has 1 belt, so he just got the WBC belt. I was thinking about Usyk, but yeah, man. I just think that, you know, Dillian Whyte's got to show, he's got to train his ass off. That's number one. Number two, he's got to, you know, he's got to show the fans that he wants it. You know, he's got to show the fans that he's willing to, you know, he's willing to put it all on the line, you know, moving forward, you know. And I just think, I truly think that, you know, I think that he can do it. You know, I think that, you know, Dillian Whyte is that type of guy that can, you know, that can come back in a fight if he's down, and, you know, possibly come back and win. You know, but we'll see. You know, that's why I love the sport of boxing, because we'll see. You know, we'll get to see if he is what, you know, what he says he is. He said he's gonna beat, you know, Tyson Fury. He cannot wait to fight Tyson Fury. I know for a fact that Dillian Whyte will test Tyson Fury. And I just want to know how much wear and tear on Tyson Fury's body, and just, you know, just pure, you know, just pure damage did Tyson Fury take in that Deontay Wilder fight. You know, I just truly think that he took a lot of damage. And yeah, man, so I just really wanted to touch bases and let you guys know that this fight is going to be going down. I'll definitely make a prediction video. I think, you know, I'm favoring Tyson Fury. I'm leaning more towards Tyson Fury because of his boxing IQ and, you know, some of the other attributes he brings to the table, which would be length. He's actually got a good inside fighting game as well. We seen that in the Deontay Wilder fight when he pretty much smothered Deontay Wilder and didn't let him get it off his shots like he wanted to. So he could be that guy that's long rangey, or he could be up and close, which is dangerous. You got a fighter that can do both. A lot of these fighters can fight from range, or they can fight, you know, better inside. I feel like Tyson Fury has a good all-around solid, you know, game plan. Now, can he get touched? Yes, he can. Yes, he can. You know, so, you know, will Dillian Whyte be able to test Tyson Fury's chin like Deontay Wilder did and sit his ass down a couple times? You know, my personal opinion is we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. But yeah, man, I definitely wanted to come on here and let you guys know that the fight is going down. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. But yeah, man, this is Corley Boxing, man. So I'm going to be dropping another video probably later today. So check out the NFL games that's coming on today. And you guys have a great day, man. Peace out, you guys.